Indian talent has been instrumental in shaping Google's global growth story, and nowhere is this more evident than in the realm of leadership. At the forefront stands Sundar Pichai, the Indian-born CEO of Google and its parent company Alphabet. His journey from Chennai to the helm of one of the world's most influential tech giants is more than just a personal success story. It symbolizes a broader reliance on Indian talent for vision, direction, and leadership within Google. Pichai's leadership has not only provided continuity, but has also steered Google through some of its most transformative periods, including the expansion of its cloud infrastructure, investment in artificial intelligence, and increasing focus on hardware. Sundar Pichai's rise through the ranks at Google reflects the company's broader confidence in Indian leadership. Joining Google in 2004, he initially worked on the Google Toolbar and then led the development of Google Chrome, now the world's most widely used web browser. His success in these projects earned him the trust of senior leadership and eventually led to him being appointed CEO in 2015, following the restructuring that created Alphabet as a parent company. In 2019, when co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin stepped back, Pichai was chosen to take over as CEO of Alphabet, making him one of the most powerful figures in global technology. His strategic decision-making, calm leadership style, and ability to bridge engineering with business acumen have made him indispensable. This leadership isn't just symbolic. It has practical implications for Google's growth. Pichai has overseen Google's expansion into new business areas, including hardware with the Pixel line, smart home technology through Nest, and large-scale investments in AI development. His Indian heritage gives him a nuanced understanding of diverse markets, particularly in Asia and emerging economies, which are critical to Google's future growth. Under his leadership, Google has prioritized inclusivity and global accessibility, championing projects that bring the internet to rural areas and focusing on designing products that work in low-bandwidth settings. These priorities reflect an awareness of global inequality in digital access, an awareness often shaped by leaders with lived experiences from the global south. Furthermore, Indian leadership at Google extends beyond Sundar Pichai. A significant number of senior executives and technical leads across various departments hail from India or have Indian roots. These leaders contribute not just to management but also to innovation, policy, and organizational culture. Their presence adds a multicultural and multidimensional perspective to Google's decision-making process. Indian professionals are often known for their ability to navigate complex systems, multitask under pressure, and find creative solutions within constraints, qualities that are essential in steering a fast-moving technology company like Google. Their impact is felt in departments ranging from engineering to cloud services, marketing, and even ethics in artificial intelligence. Leadership, shaped by Indian talent, also plays a key role in helping Google balance its role as a global innovator with its responsibilities as a corporate citizen. As regulatory pressures increase across different countries, including the EU and the US, Indian leaders' diplomatic, collaborative approach to conflict resolution and stakeholder engagement has proven invaluable. Sundar Pichai, for example, has represented Google in several global forums and public hearings, articulating the company's position on privacy, misinformation, and antitrust concerns. His calm demeanor and emphasis on transparency have helped Google maintain credibility in increasingly hostile regulatory environments. The presence of Indian talent at the leadership level also has an inspirational effect, creating a pipeline for future leaders. It signals to Indian engineers and young professionals across the globe that there is room for upward mobility within the company, regardless of background. This in turn attracts more high-quality talent from India and the Indian diaspora, who see Google as a place where merit and innovation are truly rewarded. It also contributes to a culture of mentorship and talent development, where senior Indian leaders nurture the next generation of thinkers and problem solvers. In addition to guiding internal strategy, leaders like Pichai have become public faces of Google's ethical stance on global issues such as digital inclusion, sustainability, and freedom of information. Their background and personal stories often resonate with a wide array of global audiences, especially in countries that are still developing their digital infrastructure. This strengthens Google's brand identity as a company that is not only global in operation but also in spirit and leadership. In sum, the presence of Indian talent at the highest levels of leadership within Google is not incidental. It is central to the company's identity, operations, and continued expansion. The vision, adaptability, and global perspective that Indian leaders bring help Google remain competitive, innovative, and relevant in a rapidly changing digital landscape. Without this leadership, Google would likely struggle to maintain the momentum, cultural agility, and strategic foresight that have defined its growth over the past decade. India's reputation as a global hub for engineering and technology talent has had a profound impact on the growth and innovation capabilities of companies like Google. The company has long relied on the deep pool of Indian engineers, developers, and researchers who consistently contribute to the design, development, and scaling of Google's core products and infrastructure. From search algorithms and machine learning systems to cloud services and mobile applications, Indian professionals are embedded in almost every technical layer of Google's ecosystem. This reliance on Indian talent is not just about filling roles, it's about accessing a unique combination of analytical thinking, problem-solving ability, and adaptability that Indian engineers bring to the table. India produces one of the world's largest numbers of STEM graduates annually, with prestigious institutions like the Indian Institutes of Technology (IITs), Indian Institutes of Information Technology (IITs), and other top engineering colleges churning out top-tier technical talent. Many of these graduates find their way to leading global companies, with Google being one of the most sought-after employers. Their foundational knowledge in computer science, mathematics, and data structures gives them a strong base for working on cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and data engineering. Moreover, many Indian professionals pursue advanced degrees and research opportunities in the United States and other countries, further enhancing their expertise before joining Google's global workforce. Within Google, Indian engineers have played key roles in building and maintaining scalable infrastructure. For example, Google's search engine, which handles billions of queries daily, requires constant optimization for speed, accuracy, and relevance. Many Indian software engineers and product managers work on these back-end systems, ensuring that users get fast and meaningful results. Similarly, Google Cloud, one of the company's fastest-growing segments, has benefited immensely from Indian developers working on back-end architecture, cloud security, and infrastructure automation. The quality of engineering talent from India ensures that these services remain robust, reliable, and efficient, all while meeting global compliance and security standards. India is also a growing base for Google's in-house engineering teams, with large campuses in cities like Bengaluru and Hyderabad. These offices are not limited to providing support or maintenance. They actively develop global products. For instance, Google Pay, which was initially developed in India as Tez, became so successful that its model was later adapted and rolled out in other countries. The app's success was due to its seamless user experience, integration with India's Unified Payments Interface (UPI), and its light resource usage, features that were crafted by Indian product teams deeply familiar with local technological and economic constraints. This project became a template for how Google could enter other developing markets with similar challenges, such as low internet connectivity and limited access to banking infrastructure. The contribution of Indian talent also extends into artificial intelligence and machine learning, two fields that are central to Google's future strategy. Indian data scientists, AI researchers, and machine learning engineers are helping Google train large-scale models, fine-tune search algorithms, and build features for products like Google Assistant, Translate, and Lens. These innovations are not just for Indian users, they benefit the global user base. For example, language models developed with input from Indian researchers have made Google Translate more accurate across dozens of languages. Similarly, speech recognition technologies trained with multilingual data from Indian users have improved voice-based products across the board. Another important aspect of Indian talent at Google is the cultural mindset of continuous learning and resourcefulness. Many Indian engineers grow up in environments where access to technology and infrastructure is limited, which often fosters a problem-solving mindset rooted in efficiency and innovation. This mindset aligns well with the challenges Google faces, particularly when creating scalable solutions that must work in diverse environments around the world. Indian engineers are known for their ability to work within constraints, develop lightweight applications, and anticipate user needs in resource-limited settings. This skill set has been critical to Google's push into emerging markets, where low bandwidth and affordability are constant hurdles. Collaboration is also a hallmark of Indian engineering culture, especially in global teams. Google's projects are often cross-functional and involve coordination across continents. Indian professionals are accustomed to working in collaborative, multicultural environments, often bridging time zones and cultural differences with flexibility and professionalism. Their strong communication skills and adaptability enhance team productivity and help create a seamless workflow across different parts of the organization. Whether it's coordinating between Mountain View and Hyderabad or working with European teams on regulatory compliance, Indian engineers are often the connective tissue that keeps projects aligned and moving forward. Moreover, Indian engineers have become mentors and role models within Google. Many of them hold senior technical roles, such as distinguished engineers, engineering directors, and technical leads. They mentor younger employees, set high technical standards, and influence hiring and product development strategies. Their presence at these levels encourages more young Indian professionals to join Google, knowing that there is room for growth and recognition based on merit. This self-reinforcing cycle keeps the talent pipeline strong and ensures that Google continues to benefit from some of the brightest minds India has to offer. In essence, Indian engineering and technical talent have become an irreplaceable part of Google's innovation engine. Their contributions go beyond code. They shape user experiences, enable technological breakthroughs, and support the company's long-term vision. As Google continues to expand its services into new regions, develop next-generation technologies, and address global challenges, the role of Indian talent will remain critical. Their expertise, creativity, and resilience form a backbone that supports not just operations, but the very innovation that drives Google forward. Innovation and cost efficiency are two pillars of Google's global growth strategy, and Indian talent has proven to be a crucial driver of both. The unique combination of technical expertise, problem-solving ability, and economic value that Indian professionals offer enables Google to innovate at scale while maintaining operational efficiency. This dynamic has made India one of Google's most strategic centers for research and development, product innovation and engineering execution. Rather than being seen as a support hub, India is now an essential contributor to some of Google's most cutting-edge projects and global product rollouts. One of the most prominent examples of innovation fueled by Indian talent is the development of Google Pay, originally launched in India as TEZ. Designed by Indian engineers with deep local insight, the app was built for a market that had a complex mix of modern and traditional banking, a large cash-based economy, and limited smartphone capabilities. Indian developers created a lightweight, intuitive mobile payment platform that seamlessly integrated with the government-backed Unified Payments Interface (UPI). Its success transformed the way people in India conducted everyday transactions and provided Google with a scalable model that could be adapted for similar economies worldwide. The app's features, like QR code-based transactions, low data consumption, and multilingual support, were tailored specifically for the Indian market, but became globally relevant due to their efficiency and user-friendliness. This kind of innovation is not limited to fintech. Google's Indian teams have been instrumental in designing features across several products like YouTube, Android, Google Maps, and Google Assistant to better serve users in low-bandwidth and mobile-first environments. These adaptations, such as offline maps, data saver modes, and voice search in regional languages, are perfect examples of how Indian developers build inclusive technology with global potential. Because Indian engineers often work with real-world constraints such as limited connectivity, lower-end devices, and multilingual complexity, they naturally develop creative and resource-efficient solutions. These innovations help Google serve billions of users globally who face similar challenges, especially in other parts of Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Cost efficiency is another area where Indian talent offers a significant advantage. Hiring skilled engineers, developers, designers, and data scientists in India is far more economical than in Silicon Valley or other Western tech hubs, without compromising quality. This allows Google to invest in large-scale projects and long-term research initiatives that might be cost-prohibitive elsewhere. For example, AI and machine learning projects that require massive datasets, annotation work, and continuous model training can be staffed more effectively from Indian offices. The cost savings achieved through Indian talent enable Google to take more risks in innovation and experiment with new technologies without incurring unsustainable costs. At the same time, the cost efficiency does not mean lower value. Indian professionals working at Google are among the best trained and most innovative in the world. Many are graduates of top global institutions, including IITs, IMS, and other premier engineering and management schools. Their exposure to competitive academic environments and large-scale real-world problems has equipped them to contribute meaningfully to complex projects. Whether it's improving ad targeting algorithms, refining search engine results, or building scalable cloud infrastructure, Indian engineers bring a high level of technical sophistication and strategic thinking. Another key factor is the strong culture of innovation present in Google's India offices. Unlike traditional outsourcing models, Google India operates as a full-fledged product and engineering center. Employees are encouraged to ideate, prototype, and experiment. Teams in India are often given end-to-end ownership of products, which fosters accountability and creativity. For instance, the Google Station project, which aimed to provide free Wi-Fi at railway stations across India, was conceptualized and executed largely by Indian teams. The lessons learned from this project influenced how Google approaches connectivity issues in other underserved markets, demonstrating how local innovation can inform global strategy. Furthermore, India's thriving startup ecosystem indirectly contributes to the innovative culture at Google. Many of Google's Indian employees have entrepreneurial backgrounds or have worked in fast-paced, agile environments before joining the company. This experience brings a mindset focused on rapid experimentation, iterative product development, and user-first design. Indian teams are often able to take new ideas from concept to prototype quickly, while also focusing on scalability and cost management. This entrepreneurial spirit aligns well with Google's broader goals of continuous innovation and experimentation. The language diversity and cultural complexity of India also play a unique role in shaping how Google builds inclusive and accessible technologies. Indian engineers are used to working in a multilingual environment where products must support users speaking different languages, following different cultural norms, and using various devices. This experience naturally prepares them to design inclusive solutions for the broader global audience. Products built with these complexities in mind tend to be more adaptable and accessible when launched in other diverse markets, further enhancing Google's global reach. In the field of artificial intelligence, Indian researchers at Google are working on advanced projects such as natural language processing, computer vision, and responsible AI. These areas require not only technical depth, but also ethical awareness and cultural sensitivity, both of which are strengths of Indian talent. Given the increasing importance of ethical AI and inclusivity in tech, the contributions of Indian professionals help Google stay ahead in building technologies that are both innovative and responsible. In conclusion, the ability of Indian talent to simultaneously drive innovation and deliver cost efficiency makes them an essential asset for Google. Their unique blend of technical expertise, cultural insight, and resourceful thinking supports the company's mission to make technology universally accessible and useful. By harnessing this talent effectively, Google can continue to lead in global innovation while maintaining a sustainable and inclusive growth model. India is not just a vital talent pool for Google. It is also one of its most important and dynamic markets, with over 800 million internet users and a rapidly growing digital economy. India offers unique insights into the behaviors, needs, and expectations of users in emerging markets. Indian employees at Google, who have a deep understanding of the country's cultural diversity, socio-economic conditions, linguistic variation, and digital adoption patterns, play a critical role in developing products that resonate locally. At the same time, their insights help Google adapt and export these innovations to similar contexts globally, making Indian talent essential not just for serving India, but for informing Google's broader international growth strategy. The Indian market presents a very different set of challenges compared to mature economies. Infrastructure constraints, such as inconsistent internet connectivity, widespread use of entry-level smartphones, and significant linguistic diversity, make it necessary to design products differently. Indian employees bring first-hand understanding of these complexities. They are often native users of the very environments Google aims to serve. This makes their feedback, design sensibility, and product judgment far more accurate and relevant than what a remote team could offer. For example, Google engineers and product managers in India were the driving force behind the development of YouTube Go, a lightweight version of YouTube created specifically for users with limited data plans and lower-end devices. The product included features like video downloads for offline viewing, preview snippets, and optimized data consumption, all designed in response to how Indians interact with video content. These features were later adapted for other markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Language diversity is another area where Indian employees add irreplaceable value. With over 22 official languages and hundreds of dialects, India is a linguistic mosaic. Building products that can operate seamlessly across multiple languages and scripts is a massive challenge. Indian linguists, engineers, and UX designers work together to ensure that Google products like Search, Translate, Assistant, and Maps support regional languages in a way that feels natural and intuitive. Their work involves not just translating text, but adapting it culturally, accounting for idioms, usage patterns, and regional sensitivities. As a result, Google products in India feel localized, not just international tools with added language support. This localization expertise has helped Google refine its approach in other multilingual markets, strengthening its global competitiveness. Beyond product localization, Indian employees also provide strategic insights into user behavior and economic trends. For example, Indian consumers are highly value-conscious and cautious about data usage. They are also increasingly mobile-first, skipping the desktop era altogether. These behaviors differ significantly from those in Western markets, and understanding them helps Google design more relevant pricing models, user experiences, and monetization strategies. Indian product analysts and researchers study these usage patterns and feed their findings into the development pipeline, ensuring that products meet the expectations of millions of first-time internet users. The success of Android Go, for instance, stems from such user-centric development. It was designed for budget smartphones and tailored for users who are accessing the internet for the first time, a scenario very common in India. The financial inclusion space is another area where Indian employees help shape Google's global strategy. With large segments of the population still unbanked or underbanked, India has become a testbed for digital financial solutions. Google Pay's evolution in India is a testament to this. Indian teams helped integrate local payment systems and introduced features that fit cultural habits, such as splitting bills, offering rewards in the form of digital scratch cards, and integrating payments into everyday apps like messaging and shopping. These innovations have informed how Google thinks about fintech globally and have influenced product development in other emerging markets where similar financial gaps exist. Moreover, Indian employees play an important role in regulatory navigation and policy engagement. As digital economies grow, countries around the world are tightening their regulations on data privacy, content moderation, and digital payments. India's regulatory environment is especially complex, involving state and central government oversight, evolving data localization laws, and sector-specific regulations. Indian professionals in legal, compliance, and public policy roles help Google maintain good relationships with regulators and adapt its operations accordingly. Their understanding of local governance structures and political dynamics ensures that Google remains compliant and proactive in addressing potential issues before they escalate. Indian talent also supports Google's goal of digital inclusion, which is central to the company's long-term mission. Through programs like Internet Sathi, where rural women are trained to become digital ambassadors in their communities, Indian teams help Google reach users who might otherwise be excluded from the digital revolution. The idea for this program was born out of an understanding of India's gender-digital divide and was designed by Indian employees who worked closely with NGOs and local governments. This not only helped Google expand its user base, but also contributed to social impact at a large scale, reinforcing its brand as a socially responsible tech leader. Even in global innovation discussions, Indian professionals bring a unique voice shaped by their local experiences. Their contributions to AI ethics, accessibility design, and mobile usability reflect a perspective grounded in serving diverse populations with limited resources. They ensure that technologies built at Google are not just technically advanced, but also fair, inclusive, and globally adaptable. As digital divides become more evident around the world, this kind of empathetic design thinking is becoming increasingly valuable. In conclusion, Indian employees at Google play a crucial role in shaping products, strategies, and policies that are grounded in real-world diversity and emerging market realities. Their deep market understanding is not just useful for serving India. It has become a strategic asset for helping Google scale its vision to billions more users worldwide. Without this talent, Google would risk losing touch with a significant portion of its global user base and miss out on key growth opportunities in the digital economies of the future.